As we know, our planet has not yet been fully explored. It may still harbor astonishing creatures that can make your hair stand on end just by looking at them. We present to you mysterious beings whose existence you might never have imagined. This incredible video was recorded in Brazil in the city of Rio Grande do Serra. A man discovered this peculiar creature in his backyard. It had multiple legs and was covered in thick yellow hair. Some thought it resembled a tiny dog. Others jokingly said that its hair looked just like Trump's. Commenters on the video identified the species of this creature. It turned out to be a caterpillar called the flannel moth. This caterpillar looks like a miniature Persian kitten that you'd want to pet. However, its fluffy coat is covered with sharp spines filled with toxic substances that can cause pain and discomfort. Incredibly, this small and strange-looking creature belongs to the frog family. A family walking their dog in a forest near Cape Town heard strange sounds coming from underground. The dog started digging and uncovered this unusual creature. The frog inflated like a bubble and began emitting bizarre noises. Many people on the internet found these sounds hilarious. Feeling threatened, the frightened rain frog takes on what it believes to be a menacing form. It inflates like a balloon and lets out a piercing squeal. Anyone encountering an African rain frog in this state might literally die laughing. A woman captured stunning footage of a rare living sand dollar on the beach in Crescent City, California. As soon as she picked up the creature, she was shocked to see its hundreds of tiny legs moving. The tourist decided to film this rare occurrence to show her nieces and nephews. On its back, there is a leaf-shaped pattern, while the other side has thousands of tiny legs that help it move along the ocean floor. Biologists say it is a type of sea urchin. It is also known as a sand dollar. People rarely encounter them. Holding this marine creature in your hands is considered a great stroke of luck. A mysterious creature was spotted in the waters of Vietnam near the Phu Quoc Islands. A group of divers on a boat filmed this strange being. Many speculated about its species since it was difficult to make out what it was. Some believed it was an unknown type of turtle floating on the water's surface. This was the opinion of most commenters on the video. However, some people confidently identified the creature. Local fishermen stated that the footage showed a squid. Its exact species remains unknown. They claim to have seen it before in those waters swimming near the surface. Somewhere in Laos, a woman filmed a strange creature on a lakeshore. At first glance, it looked like a flower that had fallen from a plant, but then unexpectedly, it started moving its wings and legs, shifting a few centimeters. The girl poked it with a stick and it moved again. People began speculating about what it could be since it was difficult to identify its species. Some commenters classified it as an insect, for example, a rare species of butterfly. Others believed it was a hummingbird. Some even claimed it was a creature that had crawled ashore from the water. Before swimming, always check unknown bodies of water. A man poured a bucket of water into the St. Johns River in Florida to show why it's best not to go in. Suddenly, something started jumping and splashing in the water. Many viewers of the video were terrified by what they saw. They believed a monster lived in the river. However, there were more logical explanations. It is known that the river is home to many alligators, so it could have been them. But later, the author of the video clarified that they were actually manatees. A woman in Chivolo, Colombia, captured a strange bird on camera. At first, she thought it was just a broken wooden post. But then, the bird opened its eyes and a huge mouth. Terrified, she jumped back. She had encountered a great potu. This is a fairly large bird that hunts insects at night using its wide open mouth. During the day, it camouflages itself as a broken tree branch. Due to its eerie cries, which sound like moans, the great potu is called the ghost bird in Latin America. In some countries, its appearance is considered a bad omen. A strange video was recorded by a 27-year-old man named Peter in Paraguay while operating an excavator. He was digging a trench for a sewer line when he suddenly saw an unidentified creature emerging from the ground. The footage shows how he lightly touched it with the excavator's bucket, and it immediately began to move. No one could accurately determine what the creature was. Internet users mostly agreed it resembled an eel. That appeared to be the end of the story, but later a biologist identified it as a rare fish that migrates into moist soil from small ponds during droughts. Joe Ward, a 47-year-old IT specialist, wasn't surprised when he found something on the beach that looked like a piece of plastic but turned out to be a living creature. It was a regular family walk along the shores of Coolum Beach, Australia. Joe, his wife, and their 2 dogs. What could go wrong? Then, suddenly, they encountered this. At first glance, it looked like a plastic keychain or a figurine with eyes. It was crystal clear and appeared to live in the water. Joe suspected it was a crustacean or possibly related to jellyfish. No one has determined its species. A woman named Erlis from Santa Fe, USA, uploaded a video of a strange creature she found in her garden. It resembled a 10-centimeter-long snake with a second head instead of a tail. The woman thought she had discovered a mutant and asked the internet for help. Most commenters believed the snake was a mutant. However, specialists debunked this idea. The mutant was actually a caterpillar of the sphinx moth. These caterpillars mimic snakes to scare away predators. The creature in the footage is not a prehistoric monster. It is a shoebill stork. This bird lives at the Uganda Wildlife Education Center in Entebbe. This species is so rare that fewer than 5,000 individuals remain worldwide. It is very large and can cause significant harm if provoked. That's why it's important to follow specific rules when approaching it, according to park staff. When approaching, you must bow your head. If you don't, it will fly away. But if you bow, it will respond, allowing you to get close and even touch it. It's unclear why it does this. Did it learn this from humans, or is it natural behavior? Scientists are still trying to figure it out. This incredible creature was found by divers at the bottom of the Pacific Ocean. At first glance, it looks like an alien. Its body is covered in long, black spines and a single eye moves in the center. However, it is actually a rare species of sea urchin called diadema. These urchins have extremely long, thin, and sharp spines. The coloration of adult specimens is usually black, although white ones can also be found. The spines are essential for this animal's movement, feeding, and protection from predators. An incredible video was filmed somewhere in Indonesia. Some local residents gathered around a small river and began recording unknown creatures swimming in the water with their smartphone cameras. There were a lot of them. The people living there did not know what these creatures were. After all, they had never seen anything like it in their lives. These creatures had black coloration. Their length was approximately 15 to 20 centimeters. The next day, they suddenly disappeared somewhere and never appeared again, according to witnesses. It is unclear what they looked like. Some say they resembled snakes. Others believe they were more like eels, according to the people who managed to catch them. Later, several specimens of these creatures were brought to biologists for species identification. However, there are no results yet. In the city of Jackson, Wyoming, a student saw a creepy insect moving through the thick grass in a park. The young man was very surprised by what he saw and decided to record it with his smartphone camera. This insect was small in size and completely black. In the description of the video, the young man said that it was a scorpion because it had a long and thin tail, at the end of which a curved stinger protruded. Many commenters disagreed with the author of the video. They believed it was a praying mantis. Others said that this creature was a dragonfly. A mysterious video was filmed near Madagascar by a diver who had descended into the ocean. A few meters below the surface, he saw something strange and decided to swim closer to get a better look at the object. When he reached the place, he saw transparent creatures that were stuck together. Altogether, they formed the English letter G. At first, it might seem that these were plastic bottles glued together, but that was not the case at all. A marine biologist revealed this mystery. He stated that these were a very rare species of jellyfish that had floated up from the depths of the ocean. Encountering them, and even more so filming them on camera, is a great stroke of luck. That's all for today. Thank you for watching until the end. Goodbye to everyone, and see you soon.